Hello and welcome back to Blacksmith Master. The end of last episode we moved our store up to the third floor here, the second floor, whatever you want to call it, and we have a free floor now. We have this floor down here. The second floor is basically empty. So there's the main floor, ground floor. So we're going to put some pottery stuff on this level. First thing I'm going to start with is a clay storage so that they can bring the clay in from the warehouse. Put that right next to the steps so they can just come up the steps and put it right in here. Then we're going to need a item chest to put the finished items in. Probably do 2 of these so they don't end up walking downstairs. And we got some pottery items. We have the pottery wheel, we have the painting table, and we have the kiln. So let's get a couple of these put down. So we got 4 stations down of each one, so we'll see how that works out. I don't know. I assume that they use the pottery or the table here, then they put it in the kiln, and they come over here and paint it and put it in the chests. So we're going to need to hire an assistant to get the clay from the warehouse into here. So let's grab that real quick. That's going to be a assistant. Somebody that's good on the steps would be good. And grab this guy here, Brandon. Put him here, and we will do clay. We're just going to do 1 for now. He's got a good carrying capacity already. And then we will need to probably hire some extra blacksmiths, but we'll see. I have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 15 blacksmiths in the craft rack, so we'll see how that works out. And let's go upstairs here to the store and finally put in actually let's hit the blueprints up and let's unlock one of them. I think we'll just do the most expensive one, I guess. I don't see why not. So this takes 50 seconds to apply. Takes 25 seconds to apply. That's crazy. What is this one? Only 10 seconds. So maybe we should do this one. I don't know. We might as well go with the most expensive, right? It takes a little longer. Let's level it up. Then we just need to put a rack down for it. I think we'll actually move that. Move that down to here, I think, and we will set it to be mosaic amphora. So it sells for 1,800 bucks. That's pretty awesome. We'll see if they make it. Let's wait for them to bring some clay up. Shouldn't take very long. There we go, we got some clay. They must have grabbed it from the warehouse. Got a whole bunch got a big line of it. I assume once the shelf is filled, they won't back up like this. So it looks like they're painting it first. That's going to take forever. Let's put some extra stations in. Looks like they cook it and they put it in the chest. There we go. Nice. So we're going to concentrate on making those first because I have it set to everybody in the hiring menu is set to make the most expensive item first. So we'll see, we're not making clay very fast. We need to let's upgrade our clay route one more time here. So that next will be $100,000. This gets us a little bonus now. For 75, we get 100 clay. I think it's about time we expand our furnace operation here and our anvils. So let's grab these and see if we can move these out of the way. Now let's put in some more stations. Grab some anvils, put those in. So we've got quite a few open now. There's our rack. It's filled with pottery. Very nice. That's the end of that day. We lost a lot of money because we spent a ton of money, but we had $44,000 in sales at the store. That's pretty awesome. $22,000 for merchant orders. We can check the items. We sold all the 4 of these potteries. That's got us almost $8,000, and that wasn't even in stock a full day. So we'll see if this takes over the top selling item. The silver maces have been selling very well, so we'll see if that takes over. And we'll probably add a second pottery dish in because I think they sell better if they're next to each other. So let's grab a new blueprint. Might as well make this other one. Let's unlock that. Probably increase this one. We'll increase this one. We're out of points. So let's put another rack in here for that. Put this down here. Good there. And then we can put this to mosaic pot. Get making those the next day. We do have plenty of clay in stock. Let's go ahead and start the next day. They'll jump up here and make those real quick because there's none in stock right now. It's the end of the next day. We can check the items again. We sold quite a few. Sold 8 and 8, so we sold 15,000 of each. So that's definitely took over the top spot. We can go to let's check out some of our upgrades here. Let's grab the lumberjack. Let's make her walk a little faster. Let's grab the miners. She's set to carry items only, so we're going to make her walk faster. Restocking raw resources, we're going to make sure. I guess he's maxed out. That's nice. Crafting ingots, we can really just make them walk faster. There's no reason to make them carry more things. Alright, we're also working on this. This is just about done, so we'll get another one tomorrow. We just want to do the blueprint ones. I've just been letting them do one at a time, so it forces them to get this one done. And next up, we're probably going to add some more benches so that we can hire some more design people. We're only making $1,700 per day, and it's costing, like to upgrade this one would be $5,000. So we're going to definitely need to earn points a little faster. So we're going to put some more benches down so that we can get some more designers. Let's see, staff. Let's grab this. Those down, and then we will just put a bench and then a plant. Make it look nice. We go there, and then we can hire some more assistants. Let's see if we have any good ones to hire. That is a blacksmith we need to do the design work. Same with these guys. Like, there's no sense putting points on any of these because I'm just going to save them in case we need them later, because they're maxed out on their design. Tire blacksmith. This one right here is perfect. Over here, let's see if we can add one more. Look for one that's good, and this will work here. Hill guard. Then we need to go put some new stations in. I could put one here. That's kind of weird, though. I suppose we have room on the floor below it right now. We could put some in the corner here. Go on the next day. And we almost done with this, so let's go see what we got, if we got another one that we can pick. We don't have any blueprints, so I guess we could just do one for cash. We'll do this copper one, because we should have plenty of copper. Yeah, we got a full pallet full of copper here. Let's level this up, because might as well make the legendary ones. We can check our tech tree here. Hiring workers is cheaper. We can only do one of these. Enables crafting of sharp weapons like swords and axes. That'll unlock more blueprints. I think we'll grab this one here to start working our way through. So workers are cheaper now. Now we need to do these. We only have 4 left. Can probably upgrade some of these. Only 400 points. I don't know that we're really making them though. They're probably not being made in the shop. Yeah, it's empty. Because we set to make the most expensive item first, so they're concentrating on the shields and the pottery. Okay, next up it looks like we're going to need to unlock the birchwoods because like the gold mine requires this hunter's bow which uses birchwood. We don't have anything need for gems right now. There's no blueprints that have them. And so the birchwood needs these 3 items: battle axe, metal pitchfork, and black amphora. This requires the sharpening wheel to be unlocked. So I don't know if we have enough for that. We do have enough, so we can grab this here. We need to like speed up our trade route processing because we only have 2 guys working on it right now. We have 2 guys right here, so let's hire some more for that. We're good with Clay. I don't think we need him. Like he'd be good for the merchant one though. I think this is fine. Gwen. And we can probably grab... It's not great that she walks 20% slow. Let's refresh this. This is probably fine. Martin's fine. Pull them over to here. Then we'll go to the trade map. We might as well max this one out so we're done with this one. $100,000 gone. Alright, let's rearrange this a little bit. Let's move this chest over to here. Put this up against the wall. I don't know if we should put steps going down. Because right now they're actually this is full. So they're crafting iron and bringing it all the way up to here. Kind of crazy. Put another one of these in. Probably want another cooling bucket. Start the next day. We're almost done with this one. We can see if we have another blueprint one. Let's grab this one. Get the blueprint. So we made 40,000 in profit today. The items were, the mosaics were top sellers, followed by the silver mace. We should probably level these up. We'll get a couple hundred dollars each for these, but we need to get more designers on. We need more design points. Put them down here for now. Got to hire for those. Blacksmith. Hire this person. I guess we'll wait till tomorrow to hire the next one. We have another elite worker. Let's go check it out, see if we get lucky and get the second basement. Did not. All blacksmiths walk the same speed. Every worker earns 10% more XP. That's actually a pretty good one. All workers move 10% faster. That's pretty good too. And attract 10% more customers every day. That's pretty huge. Let's grab this one. Hired. See how we did? We got mosaic and silver mace again, so those are always the top ones. We're hovering around, like even though our customer capacity is 319, it must be based on like how many different items you have in your store, because this number varies quite a bit. We had one person leave angry. I wonder what that's all about. Keep an eye on that. But we made $80,000 because we completed some merchant orders, so that's pretty awesome. Got our staff out. We got some upgrades to do. Lumberjack. We want this guy to probably increase this one down to 4 hits. That's good there. Miners. A whole bunch of upgrades on the miners. He's a pickaxe. Let's max him out. Max that out. We might as well give him a little extra stamina. These guys working in the silver mine need big pickaxes because they only knock it down 30 at a time. So we'll come back to that one. I'll get the cashiers. It's already maxed out. We might as well just do 1 and 1 here. Assistants, we need to level them up. Restock raw resources. Let's do 1 and 1. Let's actually max out our carrying. So I'll go through the rest of these and just level them up. Looks like the forest is about empty again. There's just a couple trees in the back there. There's 2 there. A couple over here. That's about it. So we'll have to keep an eye on this. We have 165, so it should get us through till I get the new forest. They're smelting away down here. Alright, we're going to start working towards the Birchwoods map here. Can unlock this one. Upgrade this once or twice, I guess. We need to unlock the pine forest for this because this needs pine wood. So let's go ahead and start the next day here. They're going to start working. We have to check the forest. I think the forest is empty. Once they chop these 2 pieces of wood. So let's move to a new forest here. I'll get them going, and then we will go to the pine forest and start mining stuff there. Really, we just have to hire for this, I guess. Let's hire a lumberjack. Hire Benjamin here. Just looking for these blue guys. Alright, let's go back to the map here. We can grab this now. And then we can grab the black amphora. So that has everything up. We can actually unlock the birchwoods now. I think we're going to wait a minute though to add some more people doing the trade routes, because we're going to need, I think we need 100 items for the clay pits. We're probably going to start making use of this enabled and disabled stuff so that we make it and we get some clay in stock and we turn it off so they can start working on some other stuff for the birchwoods, because they'll never get all this done in one day. Of course, this is only 5, so that's not too bad. I'm going to unlock it. Let's hire some blacksmiths for the trade routes. Yeah, we're just going to look for the... I'm going to wait till tomorrow and just see if we can find the blue guys. We're going to have to spend some time rearranging this floor. Because like right now they're making something, they bring it all the way down here. And they walk over here to the wood section and do this. So we need to somehow like intermix these stations so they're not walking as far. So that he could do this and then have a wood station right next to it. So that he could easily do the, you know, not walk from here all the way to here, over to here, back to here, and then to the chest. So we'll see if we can rearrange this at the end of the night. Okay, let's move some of this stuff around. Just start to move stuff out of the way for now. Alright, let's see if we can move these up like that. Let's grab these. Something like this, then we'll move these over to here. Let's see if we can put these benches in the middle here. Should probably rotate them. And we'll put these wood workbenches over here. Something like this so that they're all close together, so he can just build his metal piece, put it on the table here, go right to the wood, and then come back to the bench, and that way a lot less walking around. So here's what I came up with. I'm not sure I like it, but we have all the iron smelting stuff here, workbench right here, and then a wood bench here with wood here and here, so they can access wood for these benches. So we'll just see, like, that way they won't have to walk very far. But it just depends, like if this guy decides he has to come down here to work, it's going to be a way out of the way pathway. So let's just try it and see what happens. Try to watch him. So he's melting iron here. Using that, that's good. He went right to the bench here, and he's going right to the wood bench, so it is working. We got a little line going for the water buckets. It's kind of harder to see what's going on. I'm not a fan of this. I think they're still like going all over the place. So I think I'm going to change it back at the end of the day. It's just, I don't like how it looks. It's harder to keep track of who's doing what. So I think I'll move it back. Alright, this setup looks a little more organized. We're going to try this one out. Everything's kind of in the center here. They kind of smelt and work their way towards the middle, and the chests are over here. So let's try this out for a day. I think what's going to happen though is like he might smelt and come all the way down here, which won't work out very well. Let's just try it. Let's grab a thing before we start the day here. Complete that. And we will choose another one. Grab this one. So they're smelting. I need more, probably need more cooling buckets. Definitely looks more organized. Alright, so I moved stuff again around slightly. I tried to keep the flow going this way, so they work their ingot here, put it on the anvil, then they can put it in the water bucket and on their way to the workstation. So a little bit nicer. I found some problems with the chests, like if we have the chests spaced out across the map, like they could be walking to this chest here, and if somebody uses that chest, it becomes occupied and they try to find a different chest, which makes them turn around and walk across the room. So I find I have to keep these chests together, so that way if they get to this one chest and it's occupied, there's 3 other ones right there that they can use, whereas otherwise they spend half their time walking around the map looking for a chest, which isn't very good. And then I've been having a hard time figuring out what actually is a good layout, right? There's really no way to track it. We can check the sales numbers, but the sales numbers are so random, they're all over the board. So this was the day before we upgraded our layout. So this was the next day. We made 70,000 compared to 53,000. So I thought we had a really good layout, but then sales are kind of all over the board here. So this was 66, and down to, that one went back up to 72, and this one dropped to 53. So it's really hard to tell what a good layout is and what's not a good layout. Like I could move these water buckets down here like it matches anvil, but then I would have to close this gap off, which would make it really hard for the employees to get across the map. There is this nice little setting in the settings. You can look settings, indicators, and show walkable area. And it shows you this dark blue is where they can walk full speed, this light blue is where they slow down, and red is where they cannot walk. So they can cut through here, but it's a little bit slower. So if I don't want this pathway to be all slow, so I gotta make sure there's a pathway through the center here so that they can easily get to the ingots and get to the workstations that they need to get to. Turn that back off. The other thing I was trying to figure out is why we haven't traded for birchwood yet, but That's because we don't have the third ingredient in here, and that's because we don't have any wood storage on here that is for pine. So they can't make the material that we need. So we need to grab another log storage and set it to pine. I'll probably just set it in the middle here. And we'll set this to pine wood. That way they'll start bringing in some pine wood from the warehouse. Right now there's just been stockpiling in the warehouse. We've got 228. We shouldn't need a whole lot because they only need, like, we can check the trade route here. We only need 5 of these tools, so we'll only need 5 pine wood to get this done. Okay, the other thing I think we need for these battle axes is the sharpening wheel. Sharpening wheel is located in here. Costs $1,000. We'll put 2 of them down. I think these are needed for the production of the battle axes. Get those 2 done. I don't think we need to do anything special with the assistants. We do need to hire an assistant to get wood in for the pine, which I think we have 2 guys doing the... we have this one bringing in oak as well as this one. So we're just going to switch this guy over to... switch him to pine for now. See if we still have enough wood coming in. So let's go ahead and start the next day. Let's get them going and see if they use this wheel. Looks like they're all making sickles. I don't know why they're making these. Like, these aren't a high-priced item, so I don't know. Is this oh, it's probably needed for the trade route. We'll check that in a minute. I'm waiting to see if somebody uses this, but it doesn't look like it. Metal pitchforks being made. We got the metal battle axe needs steel ingot and oak wood. We have both of those, so we don't even need the pine. This is what the pine is used for. Okay. Alright, so I think they're just making the pans for the clay, which we're going to have to, like, disable this for a little bit because we have plenty of clay. We have like 600 and some in stock, 678. So we have plenty of clay to last us for a while. So let's force them to work on the other stuff so that they can get these birchwood in. And then we can also look at the blueprints. We have a whole bunch of design points. We can level this one up a little bit. And wow, it costs 11,000 now to upgrade this one. 11,000 points to get it up to legendary. That one we could, so now we only have 4,000 design points left, so let's let it run, see if they start working on the battle axes. I don't see any battle axes yet, but we got a battle axe going right here, I think. I don't know where that guy's at. There we go. They are using it. Nice, he's got a battle axe. Good deal. So that'll get us some birchwood. And then in between episodes I'll work on leveling up this birchwood so we get the most out of it. So we can get to 200. That way we can enable it and disable it as we need the product. Alright, so that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the next one.